Okay, now we're focused on the next part of the creation stage of the framework, and that is creating your newsletter plan. So, we've mapped out your content marketing plan for the year. You've broken that down into quarters. You know the topics that you're going to be covering in your long form content that you've chosen, whether that be the blog, the video, the podcast, etc. Now, how are we going to distribute that information, that blog post? How are we going to get that out there and get it in front of as many people as possible? Because that's what we want. We want people to become aware of our content so that they can make an informed decision to then take the next step in booking in with us and becoming a paying client. With your newsletter, that is one key way that you can start doing that and getting in front of clients that you've already got on your books, in your database, or people that have signed up on your website for a resource that you can also now market to. And we will be getting into the resource or lead magnet section in the next lesson. So hang in there for that. But with your newsletter plan, you've got the long form content. You can start now mapping out your plan for your newsletter. There are many different platforms that you can use as email service providers. Some of the top ones that I like to use because they're easy, and even if you are believing of the belief that you're not good with tech, Klaviyo and MailChimp are the easiest to use. ActiveCampaign is probably just the next step up. So if you've got ActiveCampaign is really good if you've got a bigger database, so thousands. If you're going to be sending a lot of emails, if you sell a lot of products, so if you've got an e-commerce part of your business, ActiveCampaign might be better. But Klaviyo and MailChimp can definitely do the job really well and for a lower cost as well. So I've got a resource in this lesson for you that goes into all the details about these three platforms and will help you to make a more informed decision. Head on to their websites as well to just read up on them if you haven't already got an email service provider as part of your business. So when you've chosen that, then the next step is to start with the planning, deciding on the frequency. How often do you want to send an email newsletter to your clients? Weekly, fortnightly, monthly? I would definitely recommend monthly as the minimum. Anything more than that, anything less than that, so like once every 2 months, once a quarter, it's not enough because you're not getting in front of your clients. They're going to forget you, and you tend to then go to the bottom of their emails. So stay in their mind. Top of mind means that they will remember to make that appointment with you, to refer that friend that they've been wanting to refer to you. So there'll be many positive reasons for setting up regular emails. And remember, it is all about consistency. So if you stick to one, then keep going with that so you can start to see the results. Then, once you've got the frequency sorted out, start thinking about the themes. You know that one of the pieces that you'll be sharing is a bit of an intro to pique their interest about the long form content, so your blog post or podcast, where you then direct them through a link to the rest of that. Choose one to two other themes, such as maybe having a Q&A section, making sure that you cover events, promotions, new stuff, etc. This can all form part of that planning. Then it's about the content, writing those emails out, scheduling them, and knowing that they're done for the next 3 months, 6 months, and even 12 months. So, coming back to the themes, like I said, with your long form content, you just want to share a couple of lines about it that would pique their interest, that would make them want to click on the button that you put below that and direct them back to your website where you've got the blog post, where you've got your podcast links, etc. It's about having short, sharp pieces of content in your email newsletter, not overwhelming people with too many words, because remember, people are time poor generally. Even though the information you're sharing is going to be of value, you want it to be in bite sized pieces of content. If they're interested in reading more, put the links that direct them back to the website. And by directing traffic back to your website, you're opening that gateway to your booking page, to other information on your website. And that's where the work is going to be that you want them to take that next step, making that booking, contacting you, reaching out. So remember, you can choose one to two of the following ones. There might be other things that you think of, a recipe, for example, or you're wanting to do a series of tips on stretches. Whatever it is that works for your industry, you could have that as part of your email newsletter. When it comes to content, all the email service providers will allow you to be able to schedule things in advance depending on the level that you've chosen with them. So Klaviyo will allow you to schedule in advance. MailChimp will, if you've got their paid plan, ActiveCampaign in their paid plan as well. Once you've scheduled all of these, then you don't need to worry about it. It's done. And you can just focus on what you do best, which is being in front of your clients, working with them, getting the results that they deserve. Now it's up to you. I've put resources in this lesson that will guide you through making the choice with your email service provider. I've also given you a resource where I take you step by step through putting together that newsletter. And we've also put together some beautifully designed Canva templates for your email newsletter header that you can use and make your own and brand your own. With that, all you need to do is click on the link, save a copy, and then make the edits that you want for your branding.